There are things that we experience but never talk about. A shadow moving in a corner, flickering of the lights, a disembodied voice. We invite you to talk with us, share your story, share your evidence, because this isn't just your story, this is our story. This is the GhostBox.
Hey, happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome to GhostBox Live. My name is Greg Bakun. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. I hope that the start of the week is working out well for you. It's a little bit more of a drizzly day than I think a lot of us would have liked, at least in Minnesota. Yesterday was pretty amazing as far as weather-wise, but it can't always be that way. So tonight we're going to be talking to Spirit, as we try to do every single week. But I do want to just, before we get going, I wanted to just draw your attention, first of all. And so you may or may not remember that I've been having this thing about connecting with President Lincoln. Okay? Now, tonight I want to try again. And I don't know how anybody else does it when they do these sort of things, but I reach out to Spirit prior to starting these so that I can maybe try to see if I can get spirits to reach out to me. Prior to this, probably about 13 minutes ago, I was reaching out and I asked if President Lincoln would come through for me for the show, like when later, not at that moment. And the flashlight turns on. And so I ask, President Lincoln, is this you? And it turns off. And then I said, would you come on? Will you be around later if other people are here? Because there's a question I want to ask you. And it turns on again. And I ask one other question and it turns off. And the bell starts to move. So what is really interesting about that, all that's really interesting. All that's really incredible. It's unfortunate because you didn't see any of it. I saw it. So please know that I'm telling you what I saw. But if some people are like, well, if I don't see it, I don't believe it. I get it. I'm a little bit like that too. But I found that very, very interesting. I've had this draw lately to want to reach out to him. And I'm hoping that it felt like that he was going to do so. The other question I had asked him is if he would consent to allow me to speak with his wife, Mary Todd, especially as it's known that Mary Todd was very much into this sort of thing and very much into spirit communication. I wanted to know if he would be all right if I reached out to her. And that's when the flashlight turned back on again. So we'll see what happens. Okay, we'll see what happens. Before we get to anything, though, unless President Lincoln, you are here, you'd like to turn the flashlight back on for us. I will leave it at that for the moment. I'd like to, hopefully you will still consent to speak with us, sir. Before we go into that, just the usual, we'll do just the usual sort of house cleaning over here. And that basically is, first of all, as I always say, here we go. Every Tuesday and Thursday, please join me as we listen to Anne do one question readings. She will do that Tuesday and Thursday this week. On Thursday, it's going to be one-on-one live with Anne. She'll explain a little bit more of what that's like on Tuesday. But yeah, please, join. You can ask questions. It's a free one question reading. If you like what you see, schedule a reading with her. She is, her page is facebook.com/Tarot by Anne. Though it is worth noting and worth saying that we are on PUN TV also, PUN, Paranormal United Network. I'm on there right now. If you have not liked their page, please go and do so, because they have amazing paranormal programming. Please make sure that you like, and also visit their store. They have a Teespring store, and it's worth visiting for super cool gear and whatnot, okay? So please consider doing that. Now, one of the reasons why I've been on this Lincoln kick for a while, has any of you seen this documentary on Discovery Plus? It's called The Lost Lincoln. And what it is what Dr. Whitney Braun has found is a picture of Abraham Lincoln shortly after he took his last breath. Now, we know that as far as pictures are concerned, he had, I think there's only 31 pictures that is known to exist with President Lincoln. The very last one is kind of a unique shot of him in his coffin, which was a shot that was not one that was approved to be taken. But on Discovery Plus, there was a documentary about a photograph that was found on a glass slide that is believed, Dr. Whitney Braun believes, is a photo of Abraham Lincoln just after he passed away, when still in the bed that they put him in after they moved him from Ford's Theater. And so reason why I bring that up is because join me on GhostBox Radio next Sunday, as we're going to be talking with Dr. Whitney Braun about that photograph and about what she believes, why she believes that photograph is legitimately Abraham Lincoln. And it is a very interesting story, and it's one that I think you'll be very interested in too. Check out the documentary. It's on Discovery Plus. You're going to find that it's a very interesting piece. And I've watched it a couple times. I'm going to watch it again. I love history, and I think that it's super, super interesting. So that is, why one of the reasons why he's on my brain. He's on my brain, and I've been like this for a while. You talk to people I know. I've mentioned to a few people that I keep wanting to do spirit box sessions and try to bring through President Lincoln. So please know that we are going to get to loved ones tonight. I would like to devote part of the opening here to trying to reach out to President Lincoln, because I have a question that I would like to ask. And I think that it is very, hopefully you're okay with that, okay? Because I know that this is what we come here for, is to talk to loved ones. So, we love Lincoln. He's a loved one, right? I don't know if anyone had a chance to listen, but I did my radio show this afternoon. And so if you're wondering, my voice feels very hoarse because I spoke for the entire hour today. I didn't have a guest. I did a paranormal chat where I just kind of spewed my own views on the paranormal. And, it's 43 minutes of talking, putting commercials in and stuff. And it's very interesting that, there's a lot to talk about, but it really took a toll on my voice, and my throat is really scratchy, plus allergies. And so you'll see me having a lot of water tonight. Amanda, I have no reason to believe it's not. That's where we're at with this stuff, with anything, with your loved ones coming through. Are you sure it's your loved ones? That's the leap of faith we take. Sometimes it feels like it. Sometimes we know when it doesn't feel like it, but it's always a bit of a leap of faith when it comes through spirit box or a device. We're hoping that that's what it is, but it's, if I don't believe it, then he's not going to come through. They're going to know. I think you kind of get into the risk of belittling the situation, and then that can cause, I think, worse things down the line. Nothing bad, but maybe he doesn't want to partake. Maybe he doesn't want to respond after that. So unless I'm shown otherwise, I'm going to err as the reaction is genuine. Amanda then says, true, we rely on faith. It's just a little harder to get famous people. Not always. I've had John Lennon come through. I've had other people come through. Jane Mansfield came through for us at the Mounds Theater. So, lots of things. Oh, Steve. You're right. It is my show. I'll talk when I'm ready to. I'll put on Spirit Box when I'm ready. Thank you, though. There's a couple things, we want to get through. First of all, there is always the discussion of protection. We want to make sure that that we are protected when we do these, even if we're reaching out to presidents or whomever we're going to reach out to. So please, if you feel the need to do so, please join me with some protection. We'll do that right now. Let's see here. I'm just going to see who's on my preview, my personal profile page. And everyone, I hope you're all doing well on my profile page. A couple people I haven't seen on here for a while, so I just want to say hi. Chuck, it's good to see you. And David Cook, how are you? It's good to see you. I hope everything is well for you. David is in the UK, so it's very late over there right now. When we're talking about protection, we just want to be careful about, we just don't want attachments. That's all. We just don't want attachments. And so let's start at a point of having just relaxation and just feeling good. And Amanda, don't worry. Amanda's worried that I'm offended. I am not offended. That's the thing. If we don't try, we won't know. And the thing is, as Pamela notes from Thursday, when we tried on Thursday, and we've tried now Tuesday, Thursday, and we're going to try tonight. As soon as I asked for Mr. Lincoln, we got greetings said right away on the Spirit Box in a deep male voice, not deep as in evil, just a deep voice. Other people swore that they heard President Lincoln, like that, those names, President Lincoln. I felt like that there was a couple things that came through in that same voice. I have been asking, for those of you who do not know, Barry Strom, he is a man who channels, his show is actually on tonight on Para X, and he channels spirits, and he's channeled Abraham Lincoln a number of times. And I had asked if he wouldn't mind if I asked his spirit guide, if you're following along, his spirit guide, if she would help me reach out to certain people with President Lincoln in mind. And Barry said, yes. Laura said that it's okay to do so. So I did so with permission. And so that's when we kind of got the ball rolling here a little bit. So, it feels like that there's good reason for it to happen. So, we'll just see. But let's do some protection, okay? But no, I'm not offended. It's, these are good questions to ask. It's just more of I think we've been working in the right direction for it. Being able to get that flashlight response was really key for me. It really was. I think sometimes it's all about, hopefully it's about approach also. So we'll see what happens. So let's start at a point, focus on your heart, right? Think of your loved ones, think of your spirit guides, think of good things with you. Just know that you're safe, know that you are loved. And you take that and it just grows. That white light just grows and grows and grows. And as we all know, because we do this every week, that it grows until it's a shield for us. And this wonderful shield is our protection. You might be feeling some tingling. If you don't, it's okay. Don't think for a second that, I'm not protected. If you believe and you're going through it, you're protected, or however you do it. Everyone has a different way of doing it. This is my suggestion. And it goes around you, goes through you. And then what you do is you take that and you just push it from front, back, side to side. Cover up the Linus down here. You just do everything you can to protect everyone in the house, because we just want to make sure nobody is left out of the protection, okay? As we always say, there's no guarantee of responses. If we try to reach out, to a loved one and that loved one does not come through, please know that it's probably not because the loved one doesn't love you. It's just, we don't know what it takes to come through the spirit box. Maybe, for all we know, Amanda, anytime someone asks for President Lincoln, maybe he always tries to come through, but he's unable to. Maybe, if I try to and he doesn't come through, he's unable to, or he doesn't want to, and that is his prerogative. That is exactly what, it's up to him. So we got that. And, it just doesn't hurt to try. And the thing about that too, Amanda, that I feel is interesting about the whole thing, sometimes it feels a little silly to reach out to someone like that, because it's not how you do it in real life and, with the living. And it, just kind of seems weird to be asking for someone that's so ingrained in our consciousness of this person and what his accomplishments and stuff are. But it's worth a try, it really is worth a try. Let's see here. First of all, spirits, I just want to point out there's multiple ways you can get a hold of us tonight. If you'd like to do so, please, you can hit this right here, like that. And that's a way to get a hold of us. There is also, if you just touch this light, and someone did earlier, I'm hoping that was President Lincoln, feel free to touch that light to have it go on again. What's interesting about that though, folks, it went on, it went on, the flashlight went on, and once it went off, once we're done with our conversation, it has not gone on again. So I find that very interesting. It wasn't just randomly coming back on. It came on when I addressed whomever was doing that. The Ovilus, I'm using the Ovilus 5 tonight. For the last 2 weeks, I was using the Ovilus 4. The Ovilus 5 says Fay, F-A-Y. Okay, so spirit, you can put a word through there from the dictionary in there. You could make this go off. You can have the flashlight go off. You can ring the bell. Use your energy to ring the bell. You can also, this here, if you come near it, it will light up. So please consider doing that. Okay. So where are we? Just going to take a look at one last thing here. The bell is moving, but I feel like I've been over there enough, like been over to the table enough that I feel like that I don't trust it. Well, it is moving more though, isn't it? It is moving. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Well, let's see what happens. I am hoping to start off with that we could have President Lincoln join us for a little bit tonight. I have a question. I'd reached out to you earlier, and I'm hoping that you will consent to talk with us. There are other people with me right through here now, and I'm hoping that you will reach out through us through, if it was you earlier, through the flashlight, if you could do it again, please. Or I have this box that you'll be hearing stuff, and you can use your energy to speak to us through this box. Use me as the conduit. All spirits can use me as a conduit and come through the speaker, your voice, and what you want to say to us. Would you let me know if you understand, please, the way that you had reached out to me before? Could you let me know if you understand and that you would be able to join in for a bit, please? Would you turn the light back on as you did before, please? The flashlight? Also, I ask if we could communicate with your wife, Mary Todd, who for her life, much of her life, not that she used one of these, but she communicated with spirits. And I'm hoping that she will, if it's all right with you, President Lincoln, if she will talk to us. And turn on the box. This is the regular original run of the PSB7. This is going to be a reverse sweep, and I think we're going to do it at 200, like we did last on Thursday. So let's see what happens. Everyone, good luck. I want your intention, not your energy. Let's have some fun. Good evening. Good evening. I am asking if President Lincoln would say hello to us, please. President Lincoln, I have one question for you. As you can see, I am looking at this right now. Could you please draw your attention to here? I would like to know if this is you. Is this you, President Lincoln? If it is you, could you just say yes, please? Sure. Did you hear that? So this is you. And I'm sorry. Did that just not sound like what you'd expect him to sound like? Thank you, President. Mr. President, is your wife here? Could we speak with your wife? You hear that? You hear that woman's voice? Mrs. Lincoln, are you here? I'm a stranger, forgive me. that sound like said Mary Todd? Did anyone else get it? But it wasn't a female voice. I don't think it was a female voice. Mrs. Lincoln, have you, okay, see, I did too. I totally did. I'm actually a little unsure what to ask next, to be very honest. I mean, Mrs. Lincoln, you spent your entire life reaching out to spirits, and now you have been for so long. Do you get to do you talk to other people? Do you talk to other people as a spirit, to other living people? Talk about what? Did you hear that? I asked you talk to other living people, and she said talk about what? Good question. I just wanted to know if you were communicating, because you communicated with spirits, just as I'm communicating with you. Thank you. Thank you for talking with me. Holy cow. Mrs. Lincoln, I guess I'm drawn to what you've done in your life, because I do it now, and so many of us do it now. Back when you did it, it was frowned upon more. But now so many people embrace what you're doing, speaking with spirits, reaching out to the beyond the veil. And I just wanted to say thank you. Perfect. And then President Lincoln, if I could still talk to you for a second, it's crazy. If I could still talk to you for one last second, that I'm sure you've heard this before and you've seen it, but we consider you perhaps the greatest president of this country. And a lot of people look up to you after all these years. And I hope you know that. Right, as Don says, we're grateful for what you've done for us in our country. Are you aware of all that, sir? I got another sure, I think. President Lincoln and Mrs. Lincoln, I'm not going to take up much of your time. I just want to say thank you for talking with us. Thank you. So Amanda, what do you think now? Give me a second, folks. This was... Wow. We're getting some crazy stuff tonight. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you. Please, don't be a stranger. You don't say that to a president. What am I thinking? Don't be a stranger? Well, that's one way to blow it, I think. I think that was him again. Wow, thank you. Thank you, Bob. Hey, Jeff. If you just got here, you missed some stuff. That's for sure. That was fun. That was, wow, that was fun. All right. How many spirits are in this room with me right now? Could I get a number, please? Oh, Amanda. There's no audio recording of his voice. That was before any of that was around. That was before any of that was around. It was pretty crazy, wasn't it? Pretty awesome. I got it. I understood. You should see how I can't type, especially when it comes to this kind of stuff. Let's see here. Did you give me a number of how many of you are in here? Tony, you might have missed maybe one of the greatest spirit box sessions that we ever did on this. Well, I'll explain at the end. Wow. Holy moly. Let's see here. Do I have any relatives here tonight that do I have anybody here tonight who is attached to anyone watching? Are you saying that in rage or what? I am. Anyone? Okay. May I ask who you are, please, and who you're trying to reach? Jake. Is there a Jake on here? Or are you Jake? Deb? Jake and Deb. And John. Well, this is quite the evening. Wow. And the energy is pretty crazy at the moment, folks. I don't know what it's like on your end. First of all, I am burning up in here. It is absolutely, really hot in here. And Jake, Deb, Jake, if you're looking for Jake, could you, can you turn on the light for me? Small voice. Are you Jake? Amanda thought she heard Jacob earlier. Spirits, can I just say how much I appreciate you? That you're coming here talking to us. Sure. I am just overwhelmed by you all tonight in a good way. Marie Daniel, I can't put your comment up because of how things are. Let me just say that I saw your post earlier. I am so sorry. I am so sorry for your loss. Having gone through that myself, I am so sorry. Jake, who are you trying to reach out to? If you're looking for Jake, can you tell me your name, please? Lots of conversation tonight. Yes, I am seeing your comments. Is somebody here trying to reach Dawn? Did you say her name earlier? If you're trying to reach Dawn, could you let us know, please? Glenn, if you're on the Afterlife Network, I think you're the only one on there watching. No. What's the name? Who's trying to reach Dawn? Can you give me your name, please? Pamela, I'm convinced that's what happens. I think we get a lot of conversations. I think we pick up a lot of conversations. Yeah, there is a no. Yeah. Who is that? Did you hear that? Who is that? If you're talking to me, my name is Greg. That's their luck. Andrea, can you remind me your father's name, please? It is. It is. And it's, I know I could ask for one spirit to come through at a time, but I don't want to. I love this. I know it's not always easy to understand, but it's just, we're getting so much. It's just so much. Is there a Robbie trying to reach out or trying to find a Robbie? Your father's name is Nark? Oh, I see. All right, so Isabel heard that name, and is Andrea's father here? I mean, we know that you came through before. Could you come through again, please? May I call you Bear? May I call you Bear? Could you say your daughter's name so that she could hear it? She would love nothing more than to hear your voice. So I may call him Bear? Bear, can you say your daughter's name, please? Could you go to her and let her know that you're here? Make her feel that you are there for her, that you are hearing her, that you are there, please. Look at that. The bell was moving, and now it's not moving at all. And where was it? Over on my profile page. Someone said, Teresa said, the bell was moving right after President Lincoln spoke. Kimberly says, hey, Greg, dang, I missed most of it. You sure did, and it was quite the interesting, Now, someone said that they heard Andrea over on my profile page. I personally didn't. Doesn't mean that it didn't happen. But I just want to let you know, Andrea, that other folks had heard your name. So, Bear, if you had said so, thank you very much. Did he say anytime? Did anyone else hear that? When I said thank you very much, and then I heard a male say anytime. That's what he said. Is that something he would say by chance, Andrea? Anytime? Say anytime? Now someone said behind you, so that's great.
Sure.
Good. I'm glad. I'm glad that I'm not alone. I'm not the only one that's hearing things. Good. Yeah, I heard that too. What's behind me? Did the flashlight just go off? Can you turn on? Can you turn on the flashlight again, please? Did I see the flashlight go off? I got a blinding white light in my side here. I'm assuming it's the flashlight. Can you turn that on again for me, that flashlight? Can you turn it on one more time, please? You didn't see it. Then what flashed on my side? Are you saying hi to your dad then? I mean, I either saw a bright light or I'm having like a seizure or something. Teresa, what did your Google Mini say? What's it saying? No one saw a flash. Well, that's weird and frightening. All right. Where did you go? Is anyone here for Amanda? She keeps hearing her not only hearing her name, but there's something with her. Is somebody here trying to reach out to Amanda? Does anyone else see that orb top left of the curtain, or do I need glasses? Is it there still? I'm looking at the old. Because remember, we got a response saying behind you. Yeah. Is there somebody behind me? Margaret, are you here? Are you here for Glenn? He senses you. Margaret, can you turn on one of these devices for us again? You did it before. Glenn would love to hear from you. Is the bell moving again? Would you be kind enough to turn on one of the devices, please, over here? Let us know that you're here, please, Margaret. Well, if you change your mind, you're always welcome. You're always welcome to turn something on. Say your name, say Glenn's name, do whatever you need to do. You're always welcome, okay, Margaret?
Well,
All right. So let's cross over some spirits. Do any spirits that need our help tonight crossing over? I got energy, that's for sure. You need help crossing over? I can do that now. But the energy is building. The energy is building in here. I can feel it. All right. I'll help. Okay, I'm opening up some light for you. You need to cross through that light to cross over, okay? Do you see it? If you don't see it, let me know. What about now? Do you see it now? It's going to be a line that leads to that light. I've made you a line. You follow it, okay? Do you see it? You walk through it. You walk through it, okay? Have you crossed through? Ooh, that wasn't a nice. That didn't sound nice. Why so glum, chum? I think someone did the old F you to me just now. There's somebody blocking this? There's somebody blocking the light? Thank you. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, I get it. All right, now you guys are going. I can feel it. Someone was blocking you. And they're not in the way anymore. I made sure of that. Cool. Yeah. All I had to do was acknowledge it. Okay. Easier than I thought. Okay. I'm going to shut down this session. Going to shut her down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, spirits. All right. Whoa. I'm going to do a recap of what happened, but before I do that, for those who are wanting to go and get some sleep, this session is closed. You are not allowed to talk with us or interact with us or be near us unless you're a family member or friend. Otherwise, this session is closed, and we will talk with you when we open up the session again. But please do not attach yourself to us. You are not allowed. And leave everybody who has been watching tonight, leave them alone. Okay? Leave them in peace. We've had our conversation. We've had our session. The circle is complete. This session is closed. Okay? So, for those of you who were late, what we ended up doing tonight, because I've had this desire to do so for a while, is reached out to President Lincoln. Now, we did that on Tuesday and Thursday, and tonight we got some pretty crazy responses. One of them is one of my favorites is because there's this photo of him that we believe might be him. Some believe it's him. Not everyone believes it's him. Taken right after he died. That I just asked him to look at my screen. I pointed it out to him, and I asked him, President Lincoln, is this you? And we got sure, S-U-R-E, sure. And for those of you who heard it, I mean, I don't know. If I were to think that President Lincoln sounded a certain way, that is how he would sound to me. That is how he would sound to me. And that voice came through a couple other times. So that was pretty amazing. Then we asked for permission to speak with President Lincoln's wife, Mrs. Lincoln, Mary Todd. Mary Todd's name came through. I heard her name. I understand that other people heard some other iterations. To me, it sounded like Mary Todd. Sorry, I thought I heard someone yell over here. Not like yell, but do something audible. So that's interesting. And then I just poorly asked her, because I did not get my thought together on this at all. I just said, if you are, you've spoken to spirits your entire life. Now that you are a spirit, do you talk to the living? And a female responds, talk about what? And it was pretty crazy. Great energy tonight. I believe it's them. The bell was moving. Prior to the spirit box session, I believe I had a conversation with President Lincoln through the flashlight, because I was asking questions and he was coming through and he was reacting to the flashlight, and the bell was moving again at that point. So this was this might be one of my favorites. This was really cool to do. This was a lot of fun to do that, and I might do more of that because we did get to a lot of loved ones tonight, and I think we got some good stuff. Andrea, I'm right there with you. I never got to say goodbye to my father. I was working on a major project for about 3 months prior to his death. And once my project finished, I knew that I was going to go and kind of reconnect with family again. The day after my project ended, he had died. And it was sudden. It was no one thought that he was going to die. He went into a place for rehabilitation to be able to walk, because he hadn't been walking. And all of a sudden he died. That wasn't what anyone expected at all. And we believe that maybe he was worked out a little too hard. So no, didn't get to say goodbye to him. Got to say goodbye to my mom. Which, for those of you who've been in that situation, could be one of the most surreal things ever have to go to. And I remember the conversation very well. And one thing that she said to me that you'll never get out of your mind is, she said, I would have done anything for you. She said to me, I would have done anything for you. And I said, you did. You always did. And I'm grateful that we got that. It's never easy, right? So it was crazy, a crazy night. For those of you who are interested, we're going to be following up on this conversation on GhostBox Radio this Sunday with Dr. Whitney Brown, as she did the documentary on Discovery Plus, The Lost Lincoln, that photo that we're talking about. Hotly contested, but did we get Lincoln? Did we get Lincoln coming through on the spirit box tonight, saying sure? It was pretty awesome. Then, of course, don't forget, We have Ane on Tuesday, one question readings, and then one-on-one live with Ane on Thursday. Always pretty incredible stuff. So if you want to follow me, you can friend me on Facebook, and people you can follow me if you want, but it's much more interesting and much more personal if we become friends. So if you want to send me a friend request, you can certainly do it. Glenn, what was Lincoln's spirit? The fact that I can't get words out, was that is he causing me to do that? So just send me a friend request. If you feel anything after these, reach out to me. We can try to help. You shouldn't feel anything. These are safe. Anything else I'm forgetting? I don't think so. I think this was a great evening. I thank you all very much for being a part of it and joining in and being part of the intention and trying to get our loved ones and not necessarily our loved ones all to speak to us. So that being said, I will be back here next Sunday. And I believe Amanda, she should be back this week. I'll be back here Sunday at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you all very much and have a great week. Take care, everyone. Good night.